What seemingly innocent action gives off a sexual impression? Looking someone up and down by accident. Eyes wander sometimes. Also licking your lips. That always looks suspect. Bending over to pick something up. Seeing a guy take off a sweater by reaching over his head and pulling it off. I have no idea how guys are able to undress this way, but it can definitely be a turn on. Eating a lollipop or candy cane. Sometimes even a popsicle or ice cream cone. Apparently rolling my sleeves up. I just didn't want my dress shirt to get dirty at lunch. Apparently playing with my shoe and letting it hang off my foot is sexual. At least that's what some random dude told me at a bar once. PS. Thank you for all the feet related subreddit links and new terms I didn't know existed. But please stop. I'm not looking for anything. I just thought I'd share a story. I'm not gay, but once I met this dude that is, and he is very handsome. And a lot of girls are into him. When you talk to him, he always actively listens and nods and smiles, and you actually feel like he wants to talk to you. I found it hot and a lot of others did too. Edit. No homo. Laughing at dumb jokes when no one else does. Assume you must be into them. Had a girl tell me she wanted to meet up for our first date. She had a learning disability and it was not innuendo. Gals tying their hair back. I no longer eat ice creams in public thanks to multiple people telling me that I eat them seductively. When I was 15, I made an animation for my friend's dad's drilling company. It showed a drill rod rotating in and out of a dirt hole which had a patch of grass around it. My mother saw it and told me to rethink it. In middle school, my day planner had a spiral ring for binding. I always put my pen into the spiral ring in order to keep them together when I packed it into my backpack at the end of class. It just seemed like a rational, organized thing to do. A girl complained that this looked too sexual. Trying to make a friend of the opposite sex once you're over 25. It's so hard to just make friends without it seeming like you're trying to get with them. Source. A friend of mine wanted to befriend a girl I worked with. He wasn't attracted to her, he just thought she was cool. He asked her to hang out. She did. She crashed at his. Then later on told me she thought it was weird because he didn't try anything. But he really did just want to be friends. And probably countless other sources. But, yeah. If you have dry lips and subsequently end up making facial expressions moving around your lips or licking your lips or start putting on chapstick and whatnot. Eating a banana in one bite. When a coworker typos yes sire instead of yes sir, then jokes about it. Never realized it would elicit that reaction. I had an unreasonably pretty girl at work reply yes sir when I asked if that was everything for her. And then yes sir when I asked if she had it. I thought it was weird, so I looked up and she was looking me dead in the eye. So, that. Still think about it sometimes. Edit. No, neither of us are from the southern US. The sentence I don't want to go home yet. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm a crazy outlier or this is some double speak I never actively learned, but every woman I've taken home from a club, bar or party has said this sentence shortly before. Well, going home with me. Now it feels strange to hear it from people I'm most definitely not in a sexual relationship with. Pattern recognition is a bitch. I have braces RN and I have a habit of touching them with my tongue, and once in school someone wanted to tell me something, so I turned around and looked at her while fiddling with my braces and she said, "You're not sexy, you know," and sometimes I don't even realize I am fiddling with my braces, so I got pretty confused. When a guy is putting the car in reverse and puts his arm around the passenger seat to look behind him. When someone is told to do something and they say "make me." Adjusting your stockings. Basic manners. My partner often scores free extra drinks when we are at gigs because he will use please and thank you and ask the people serving them how their night is going. I do all of those things too, but must rate lower on the charisma and beauty scales. So I have learned that if it's my round, the most profitable move is to send him to the bar with my bank card. I used to teach the martial arts in a small town and had a bunch of teenage students. Those students often brought in friends to try out a class or two, and that's how I got most of the students over time. A consequence of this is that I ended up teaching one class worth of lessons to hundreds of kids over the years. So, one day I'm in a local grocery store, I see this high school girl that I'm sure I recognize. I'm wondering if she's friends with so and so or did she come in with this other kid, etc. And as I'm looking at her thinking hard about where I recognize her from, I notice her father staring daggers at me, and I realize that he thought that I, a man in my late 20s at the time, was leering at his teenage daughter. There's not much you can do in those kind of moments, so I just paid for my stuff and left. Looking up while going up the stairs, especially if someone else is going up in front of you. When a beautiful woman is facing forward and looks back over her shoulder at you. HNNNG. Taking your phone to the bathroom. My family always thinks I'm going to masturbate. Licking your lips. I like to do this when they are dry, but what if someone see this and think something unusual? I was at my crush house and we were making brownies, and some of the chocolate got on her fingers so she sucked it off. I was blushing and staring at her until she said stop being so dirty-minded. I broke eye contact with her and moved on with the baking. A woman using rope to do anything, it triggers things in me. Saying a guy is a cutie pie. I appreciate a cutie pie whether I'm attracted to that sex or not. For attractive women, I guess just existing would be suffice. When I was younger, getting a hug from a girl would have me fantasizing about our future together for months. Trying to lick and suck the inside of your ice cream cone because you like to eat it all in the end. Adjusting your belt, especially going from one notch to another. Telling someone they smell good. I was working from home one night and whilst doing yoga, my wife overstretched and said without hesitation, fuck my ass. Unfortunately what she really meant was fuck my ass. The look on your face when you're about to sneeze. Biting the lower lip.